Aqua United this evening beat Niger Tornadoes 3-2 on penalties to win the 2017 ITO Cup at the Agege Stadium in Lagos. After 90 minutes of a keenly contested match, both teams failed to break the deadlock. The win means Aqua now have won the ITO Cup for the second time after their first title in 2015. They will also represent Nigeria alongside Enyimba at next season's CAF Confederation Cup. The emerging winners were rewarded with a cash prize of 25 million naira. President of the Confederation of African Football, Ahmed Ahmed, has backed the decision of the continent's football ruling body to pick Morocco as hosts of next year's African Nations Championship. In an exclusive interview with Channels Television, Mr. Ahmed insists there was no special preference as Morocco is the only Northern African country fully ready to host the event compared to the other two contenders, Equatorial Guinea and Ethiopia.
We decide today Morocco is the best than Equatorial Guinea. We thank very much Equatorial Guinea for what they offer for the African football. But now they are not ready. Morocco is ready than them. We have no sentiment to decide. Morocco host the championship of African this next year.
Shanghai Masters champion Roger Federer is not bothered about equaling Ivan Lendling's 94 career titles. Rather, he wants to stay focused ahead of the season-ending ATP Tour finals in London. Federer, the only man who can still stop Rafael Nadal ending the year as number one, earlier today took an hour and 12 minutes to claim his sixth title of the year and his second Shanghai crown with a one-sided 6-4, 6-3 victory in China.
About that one, you know, but of course I know I'm close to 100, but still in a way far away because these titles don't come easy. You always have to beat such great players along the way, but it sets great confidence for the rest of the season. I hope to play well Basel, Paris and London if I play all three. Otherwise, of course, London is my big goal for the rest of the season, to win the World Tour finals again. That would be an amazing achievement, so I'm mentally already halfway there.
Meanwhile, here in Lagos, southwest Nigeria, Serbia's Pedro Kirsten says his victory at the 17th Lagos Governors' Cup first leg will be a big boost for him ahead of the Australian Open next year. The number 3 seed defeated Netherlands' Stefan Fransen in straight sets 6-2, 6-3 in the men's singles final to cart home the $25,000 prize money. His opponent, Fransen, is however looking forward to a better performance in the second leg this week. At least 230 people have been killed in what has been described as the deadliest attack in Somalia since 2007. Hundreds more were injured, and the president, Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo, has declared 3 days of mourning for the victims of the blast. Indeed, the deadliest of attacks to the city of Mogadishu has ever seen, and with the highest number of casualties. Police said a truck bomb exploded outside a hotel in the K5 intersection that is lined with government offices, restaurants and kiosks, flattening several buildings and setting dozens of vehicles on fire. 2 hours later, another blast occurred in the Medina district. Police and emergency workers searched the rubble of destroyed buildings on Sunday morning, despite having tried to recover dozens of corpses the night before, most of which were charred beyond recognition. The wounded, hundreds of them, were taken to hospital. No one has claimed responsibility for the attack, but fingers point to al-Shabaab militants, which in the past had made Mogadishu a target for years. Later on Sunday, angry protesters took to the streets of Mogadishu in a solidarity march against the attack. Some residents described it as a massacre, something they'd never seen in a very long time. Governor of Banade region, an administrative region which covers same area as Mogadishu, Tabit Abdi Mohammed, said he sends his condolences for what happened and commended rescue services who had worked all through the night. Hurricane Ophelia is set to be headed towards Northern Ireland and the UK, triggering amber weather warnings for Monday. Ophelia is currently blowing up winds up to 90 miles per hour and is on its way from the Azores in the Atlantic Ocean. It will be a storm by the time it hits the UK, exactly 30 years after the Great Storm of 1987, when 18 people were killed. The Met Office says there was a good chance Northern Ireland could be hit on Monday afternoon by power cuts, flying debris, large waves in coastal areas, and disruption to all travel services. It also issued a yellow warning of very windy weather, which it's updated later today to take in much of northern England and Wales, along with parts of southern and central Scotland. If he wins, Austria's Conservative People's Party presidential candidate Sebastian Kurz will be the world's youngest president at the age of 31. There are projections that Kurz will win more than 31%. Kurz's appointment in leadership was as foreign minister at the age of 27 in 2013. He cut his political teeth in the youth wing of the party, where he served as chair before moving on to serve on Vienna's city council. And the main news again. Fresh attacks on 3 villages in Plateau State has led to 6 people dead and several properties destroyed. The state government has condemned the attack in strongest terms, which took place in spite of the dusk to dawn curfew on the villages. Also today, the federal government cleared the air on the alleged award of a $25 billion contract to the NNPC, saying no such contracts exist anywhere. And a massive bomb attack in the Somali capital, Mogadishu, has claimed the lives of over 200 people, with several others injured. That's the news at 10 tonight. Thanks for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani. Good night.